They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man complete. That's Hudson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Jones fakes the give to Barkley.
That one into the hands of Shepard downfield.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32. Barkley on the counter, and he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing Jones. And this is Shepard on the catch.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Oh, look at the juke. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They keep it with Barkley on first down, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Jones.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The last time, everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick six. And now they've got to come right back out here, Charles, and try to pick up the pieces and get things going again.
Yeah, it certainly seems dire, doesn't it? But there is a silver lining, and it is hard to see so soon after that touchdown. But the game plan was definitely working. They were generating offense, had the ball beyond midfield, getting wins on each down against the defense. So they are moving it well. They just have to hang on to it.
Yeah, as you said, though, probably tough to remember those good things on that last drive when it ended like it did.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Off play action. Jones. And that's complete to Shepard. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 43. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Back to throw. Jones.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. Down inside the 10.
It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 42 yards.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones looking end zone, but it's incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now. It's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Got to say, Charles, a little surprising to have a kick this short blocked. Usually that happens on the longer ones, but great job by the special teams to kind of sift through there and get a hand on it.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of football over time, partner, and you're right about it. Typically, the longer field goals start lower because they have so much more ground to cover to get to the post. And that's when you get a hand on it. These short ones, you're able to pop it up in the air pretty quickly. Normally, you get height. In this case, extra effort to block that one.
They begin with a run by Mixon. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
12.
Again, it's Mixon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
On 1, right?
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 2.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And now they will throw it with Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now Burrow on first down. This goes out wide for Mixon. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And the tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He's got Bellinger. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
And I caught a quick glimpse of him before the ball was snapped, and there was something about his body language where you could tell early in this play he wasn't just thinking first down. He was thinking end zone, and he got there.
A chance to run here for Golladay.
And it's a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
On second down, here's Barkley. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
A first down carry for Barkley. And able to work his way down to the 16. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. From the 16, Jones. Here's Tony on the quick slant. And the Giants are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Barkley is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down. So stuff from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Operating from the gun. Jones under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Open man, he's got him. It's Tony for a Giant touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Giants go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Get out the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Bengals.
I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. Jones now on 1st down. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. Score that tackle for loss to the Wyoming alumnus, Logan Wilson.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Jones. He finds his man. Complete. That's Hudson. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Out route pass complete to Bellinger. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So the call there, roughing the passer.
Well, the preseason's time for working out the kinks, but sometimes you've got some defenders who are too eager to impress, trying to make this team. And that time we saw one take a shot at the quarterback way too late.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Daniel Jones keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Giants have cut it back within a score. Extra point try good by Gano. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
Here we go, here we go. 11 coming. 11.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now it's Burrow. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter. And I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Burrow will throw.
Open man, it's complete to Higgins.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this 1st half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a 31-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will do it for this 1st half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and look. Momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
From the 30 on second down, Jones toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week one, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
And Barkley did not get there. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. Here's Jamie Gillendown as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And here's Taylor on the return. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Hits his running back, Pirine. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
11. 12.
From the 45 on second down, Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 30 big ones.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Here we go.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
11.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 41. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 3rd down, Barkley.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 43 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, oh, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Throwing Jones. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
11 empty. 11 empty.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Going for the deep ball. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And the Giants force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
11.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Quick slant caught by Chase. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And that is taken in by Hurst. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Mixon with a first down carry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. On 3rd down, Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now. Well, he was 4th down that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides to be thrilled with that.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. They always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken at about the 1.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. Credit that to the former Georgia Bulldog, Azeez Ojulari, getting in there to bring him down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Inside handoff to Mixon. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow.
And that is incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. James now to return.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. 61 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Taylor now to return it.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
On one, ready?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Play action. It's Burrow. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Kayvon Thibodeaux coming in from that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
On one, ready?
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
He'll look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked by Julian Love.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Jones. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it.
and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally. Mixing up the middle. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Brought down on the play by Kayvon Thibodeaux. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants 16. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Come on, ready?
Now Burrow. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Burrow looking to pass. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Bengals are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a fourth quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. That's caught by Galladay. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time. All right, it's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
He's going to let this one go deep. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
It's Barkley on the counter. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he is going to have the Giants' 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Here's Jones. To the right and complete to Galladay. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and the Bengals grab it.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
On 1, right?
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Here we go.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour, and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one.
Spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Pitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent. They sold 1 million records. Yeah, used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends.